Hello everyone, this is Everything Horror. We love to talk about everything horror. And in this video, we are going to talk about Welcome to Blumhouse. Welcome to the Blumhouse. Welcome to Blumhouse is just so much easier to say. Anyways, these are the last two films that are part of the first part of these Welcome to the Blumhouse releases. We have Evil Eye and Nocturne. First, we're going to start off with Evil Eye. This was the lesser of the films. It wasn't as bad as The Lie, but it wasn't really that great. Evil Eye is about this superstitious mother who thinks that her daughter's new boyfriend is her ex-boyfriend reincarnated. The mother's ex-boyfriend was very violent and abusive and almost killed her. And now she thinks her daughter's new boyfriend is the same person, just in a different body. Let's start off with the positives. I have to say that this movie looks pretty good. Looks like they tried really hard with the production, with what they had. The acting is pretty good. I enjoyed that. I really like Sarita Choheri. She was really good as the mother. Kind of reminded me of my own mom, even though, you know, different cultures. She is very superstitious, and that's, you know, I found that likeness with my own mom. I really like the subject matter. I like the idea of curses, the evil eye. I liked all that stuff, the superstitions of the Indian culture. I really enjoyed that aspect of the film. And I like the overall concept. We're going to get into negatives now. I just didn't like the execution. They could have went in a lot more favorable direction, but they didn't. But, you know, all the power to them. It just ended up turning out to be almost like a Lifetime movie, when it had the chance to be a lot better than that. And although I liked the whole aspect of the superstitions, the curses, all that, I wish it would have been explored more. Again, another missed opportunity that I think the film didn't grasp. The whole aspect of the reincarnation and the evil eye, I thought they were going to get more in depth with, but it didn't really. It just ended up becoming, oh, I guess they are reincarnated. That leads me to another negative. The villain in the movie, it just wasn't believable to me. I think he didn't really, you know, play into the villain role. I didn't find him intimidating, and they built him up too much to be this good guy. This guy's perfect. He's so nice, that when he, you know, does the turn, you don't fall for it. It's just not scary. They don't have moments where, you know, the person seems kind of off. I think that's what they should have did to lay that groundwork, but they didn't. And when it makes that turn, it isn't really believable. And that leads to the ending. When everything comes to a head, I thought there was just going to be more. I was expecting too much, I guess, but like I said, they could have went in a different direction, but they decided to go in the whole Fatal Attraction type of ending. You know what I'm talking about. Lifetime movie type of ending. It becomes a thriller, and it's just, I've seen it 1,000 times, you know. Yeah, you guys, overall, I thought Evil Eye was a missed opportunity. It's not horrible, it's just, you've seen this hundreds of times. Alright, now on to our second film. This is going to be Nocturne. Nocturne is about a very talented pianist who makes a bargain to become even greater. But this bargain doesn't come without a price. Let's start off with some positives. Nocturne is very well done visually. It looks stunning. There are shots in the film that are just elegant. I don't know if it was inspired by this, but it reminded me a lot of Hereditary. It was very visually stunning, and the subject matter, some of the things that our main protagonist has to deal with, kind of reminded me of the demon lore in that film. I really enjoyed Sydney Sweeney's unhinged performance as Juliet. I enjoyed her Very much so. Even though she does some pretty questionable things, well, very questionable things. I don't know, I just couldn't help being struck by her. I think the director and the writer did very well with kind of putting you into that space where you don't know whether to like the protagonist or not like her, root for her. And I think whenever you do that in a film, you make a viewer think like that. It helps them to be more engaged. Other performances like Madison Iseman as V, I really liked her performance as well. Just the rivalry between these two sisters, I think they played it up perfectly. And Ivan Shaw as Dr. Kask, I thought he was very good as well. He played that type of character where they're very stern, they look prestigious, people around them love to impress them. He played that up very well. The horror aspect of this film, well, I was actually surprised by. There's not too much of it, but it is there. There are elements of horror, like a grotesque spirit, as well as creepy scenes and imagery. And like I said, the element of the bargain, the devil's bargain. Begging the question, like we've seen many times before. How much would you give in order to be great? Would you give away your soul? Are you willing to sacrifice it all? Spooky. Now on to the negatives. The pacing. There are times where it's very slow. It takes a bit for it to really, catch you. To take its grip on your arm and make you watch. Because you want to see what's going to happen. It does take a while, but once it does, you forget. Another negative is, like I said earlier, we have seen this type of story before. Bargains for greatness, we've seen it on TV shows, we've seen it in movies. So, this has been a story that's been told before, but they added another twist to make it different. Another negative, this is my opinion. Well, this is all my opinion. But the ending for me was just way too vague. I can't get into it. I don't want to spoil it. But it just didn't strike a chord with me. But overall, I really liked Nocturne. I think it's my favorite out of all of the Welcome to the Blumhouse films that have come out. Part of this first part. I think they're doing another part next year, early next year. But yeah, I think this is my favorite so far. I really liked this one and Black Box. Although I didn't really feel the ending, I enjoyed watching Nocturne. Now I'm going to give it 4 ripped notebook pages out of 5. Oh yeah, I forgot the rating for Evil Eye. Evil Eye gets 2 hilarious flashback scenes out of 5. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And look forward to more reviews. I'm actually going to throw in some older movies in there. Everyone's getting it. Keep an eye out for those. This is Everything Horror, where we love to talk about everything horror. Take care, peeps.